So, here, let me go here. Alright. Bringing it in. Welcome, everybody.
Hola, 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 hola.
Thank you for joining the Wayward Ones. Before we get started, we have a bunch of stuff going on this week. So, make sure I'm going to beat this into your heads. We got tonight, Tuesday, and then Saturday and Sunday. So, we'll give more details of what campaigns are playing at the end of the session, but I wanted to reinforce that. I don't like our slow weeks. It just makes me sad. It makes me miss everybody. So I like the busy weeks, and we're heading into that.
Everything for me falls on the busy week.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Right? Like hardcore. My busy week is the busy week. All right. Oh. Welcome back to Arcanus. Last session we were down a few players, so I'll do a little recap. Your epic battle with Heather, you want to mute yourself for a minute?
Oops, sorry.
After your epic battle with pirates and wizards, is heading towards the Fanrir Forest at the bastion of Gorvax Cornelius, the tavern owner of the bearded bard. There we go. At the suggestion of Gorvax, the owner of the bearded bard, after your interesting interaction at the Castle Noxon, where some fighting happened, killing happened, and some burning happened. Most of you learned the next morning that the king had been murdered. Burned alive, and you all were the prime suspects.
That's the detail I missed, Laboul. That's the detail I missed.
Being the last strange visitors to the castle the night of the fire. You were awoken by Gorvax, who... Ooh, my...
No.
Okay, I'm back. I'm here. Gorvax, believing your innocence, or at least believing most of your innocence, provided you with a way out of the city. He had mentioned rumors and tales of an entity or being that lives in the Fanrir Forest who is knowledgeable in the ways of soul magic. Thinking it best to be getting out of the city, and a possible lead to help your friend Griffin. All managed to escape the city, and after about a day's travel, you were met by a crashing airship, or half of a crashing airship, where you met your new gnome friend Trixie, and then about the same time you came across this little kobold flying out of the sky on a broomstick, being chased by hooded wizards. Fight ensued. Pirates died. Loot was had. Guys rested for the evening. I think you rested right there, or you continued for a little farther, but you rested for the evening with new accommodations by your wizard kobold friend William. You guys traveled for about 3 days when Vastan noticed you were being followed by a pair of ravens. After Neo tried to dissuade the ravens with some minor illusions and some scare tactics, guys came across what looked to be a makeshift stone pillar, ruins of some sort, and an altar where this adult owl bear seemingly had been sacrificed to, with a good religion roll by William, to what he discovered to be the blood goddess Sylvanas, god of assassins.
And a lot
And
more.
you guys, and a lot. You learned a lot. You remembered a lot in your studies. Where you found seemed to be the cublet of that owl bear. And you were attacked by those ravens that seemingly polymorphed into wizards, seemingly targeting your new kobold friend. After a valiant, and Heather, you'll take note of this, during the fight, lots of fireballs were had, and your new elf friend risked his life to cover the body, to cover up the owl bear, the baby owl bear cublet, the fireball, and he took full force from that. So that's something you would have saw happen. He succeeded his saving throw, but took the full brunt of a fireball to protect this little cublet. You guys traveled, I believe, for like one more day after that, so you're about 4 days travel in on your way to the Fanrir Forest. I guess the only question I have is, do you all intend on traveling to the forest? Or are we diverting?
I mean,
you have.
I'm content to go wherever anyone else goes.
If you guys are about, like I said, 4 days travel in. If I look at the map, you're probably right at the focal point between a couple days travel out to 2 villages. Where's my map? Oh, I'm on my wrong page.
I'm gonna grab Strickland and just pull him off like the beaded path, and and like every, I don't know, couple steps. Is this a sign of her? A couple more steps.
A few more up.
What do you think?
No, I don't think so.
She's got to be out here somewhere.
Bear now.
So yeah, you guys are what?
Where's the owl bear now?
The owlbear is sticking pretty. Well, depends if Vastan's allowing himself to be seen. He's sticking pretty close to Vastan right now.
I will be wherever the owl bear is.
We have a stealth neutralizer.
Everyone's gonna know where Vistan is at all times.
Look, hiding now.
But now, it's done.
So you guys are about, like I said, 4 days away from Valencia, and you're probably about 3 days till the Fanrir Forest. You could take 2 days to the east, and you'd be near Thornsborough. You could take 3 days to the left, and you'd be near the village of Serenity.
You know what? Subtly, I would like to pull out my pan flute. As this group is just, as we're walking down the path, and start a little beat. and
Okay.
in between, like I'll take breaks, like there was a group who you know, that may have killed the king, and you know, I'll just continue and do like we can't go back there. Like I want this whole skit to be in form of like 6 or 7 different questions, trying to read the reaction of the groups, of each member of the group.
What are the questions in
All
this
right.
song?
I probably should have wrote this down, but
No, it's better.
And
this
by the way,
way.
I imagine the song is exactly like that. Just do 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 do. Yeah, maybe Michael the King. Do do do.
In between that, like I'll point to a vine and look at Strickland and see if he
I'm gonna
feels.
make like drum sounds and then like try to like make a rhythm to it, but it's like real. It's real like jazz, like beat poetry style. You're just like, oh, just
This
play
is why
the
we are
right
world
note.
famous. I guess the first one would be gauging. It would be in the form of how everybody is taking in this scenario. Like, I don't know how to word it because I'm not a wordsmith, but
Okay, so I guess my question is the scenario just currently what you're in?
Yes.
Like the scenario from the castle up until this point, like
I don't know
everything
if I
that's
would
happened.
go that. I don't know if I go that deep because I want to read our 2 new members. So let's
so like
say
from the pirate ship to this kind of.
the first question, the first phrase will be a recent reading.
Okay. Give me an insight check.
Oh shit. Ooh.
Past all these smoke and mirrors.
Oh. That is a 26.
Yeah, you are.
Everyone, how are you feeling right now?
William's feeling stressed, but content to travel with the group.
Okay.
You look over at William. You can see he's kind of every once in a while like looking over his shoulder, kind of a little stressed out. Definitely like this is where he's gonna be.
I have no cares in the world. I am giggling and just kind of like strolling along next to the little owlbear, which is probably bigger than me.
Give me
I
an
don't know.
animal handling check.
Oh, jeez, here we go.
Let's see. Animal handling.
There's a whole dice box with dice there.
I know, I see. That's a 21B.
This little owlbear cublet, he really starting to warm up to you. Really starting. It's kind of like staying in the middle between you and Vastan, kind of like strafing.
So I'm literally like, is the cub bigger than me?
It's a very small cub, but you are a gnome. It would probably be like the size of a dog.
I'm literally, I think I'm like 2.5 feet tall.
Small gnome.
Nice.
I'm little. So I
yeah,
kind of
is it
want to
like
be like, I want to be doing this. I want to be doing like this, like going up to it and like doing a little pity, like a little pet, and then I'm like humming to myself, and I'm just like, oh, and just like running away, and then going back and just like and just giving a little tap and going yeah, and then just like running forward and then turning around and like waiting. Like for it to come to me, that's just gonna be me, and that's all. That's my whole moat. That's my whole moat.
The whole time while you're singing the song, you can see Trixie playing with the cublet, and like a playful dog, like keeps putting its head down and like burying it into the grass, and then like running after you, and then stopping and looking at you, just kind of following you around a little bit.
Perfect.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I want.
That gnome is suicidal, and I will be on the opposite side of the path from the owl bear because
I was gonna say
I'm
you
sure-
can also notice William's just getting as far away from her as he can.
Yeah. I'm probably putting Strickland in between me and the owl bear.
All right, Strickland, how are you feeling right now with everything going on?
It's a little strange. Natch, I'm gonna hold my shield up defensively, as one does when their slightly younger brother is hiding behind them.
Yeah. So as you put up your shield in between you can just hear that familiar voice in the back of your head, like, "Are we going to slay it, master?"
I don't think so. Yeah,
I'm gonna
not
see-
yet.
Can I see him put his shield up a little bit? Like he picked up his shield?
Yeah, you see him put his shield up.
I'm just gonna, oh, and I'm gonna giggle. I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna run over and I'm just gonna try to like pet your tail, and then I'm gonna run away, and then and then I'm gonna go back over to the owl bear.
Which tail?
Any of them. I'm just gonna whatever ones I can reach. I'm just gonna just give him a little pat, like a little brush with my fingers, and then I'm gonna run away.
A little tickle.
Strickland, this gnome seems fucking weird to you.
I'm gonna flick them
His
away
own opinions.
defensively, like I don't like it, but in that way that like dogs do when like you could tell they liked it.
Bull, I would say with his insight, he's getting a good read on everybody. So
The Bull is kind of doing a life check of like, what did he do to get into this situation? And he's just like, all right, I'm here. Now I got to deal with the situation. So he's assessing everything, but he's also kind of doing a dad thing of where he's like, all right, I gotta protect everybody here. So he's kind of like walking behind everyone so he can have a visual on everything. So
you totally get that. You see LeBull in the back, just kind of like eyeing everyone, but it's like this over-processing blank stare at times.
Oh, yeah.
Just processing all this information and going through it all over in his head again, recounting how he just walked into a bar. You literally just walked into a bar.
And wasn't it like only like
where you are? What?
Wasn't it like only like 2 days ago? It was a very short period of time.
Yep. About two to 3 days now. Well, I mean, it's been actually 4 days since you left the city. So it's been almost a week for you. It's been almost a week since you walked into that bar.
Ramona was the one that pulled you
walked
into
this
it,
bar.
and then she died.
Yeah, you got into you walked into a bar, you met a Minotaur, you hijacked a dinner invitation, and here you are. Vistan.
Vistan, yeah. What about Vistan? What do I need from
I'm just feeling stealthy.
If you're trying to hide your feelings, I mean, I will welcome a deception roll, but he rolled pretty good insight, so it's going to be a high DC.
Oh, is it deception? Oh, it's my deception.
Yeah, deception. It's going to be a very high DC.
Yeah, 14 plus 5.
So, tell me how Vistan's feeling.
Conflicted. Like, he's not.
Quasi remorseful, but not
Nope.
sure.
Nope.
Okay.
He's not remorseful. He's conflicted about the owlbear.
Okay.
Because under the circumstances, the owlbear was
in a similar situation to when Veston was first,
Okay.
when he was younger.
You can see Vastan's taken a real liking to this owlbear, which seems out of character for your past experiences with him.
All right.
And the
So-
owlbear as well has taken
I'm
taken a liking to him.
But I'm still taking a bit of a distance from the group.
But you can
Yeah.
see Trixie still kind of in and out of your vicinity because that owlbear, every time Trixie gets her like just a little farther, like too far away from you, she circles the owlbear, she circles back and goes back and like goes around your feet. Like to most of you, she's like the size of a very small dog. I mean, let me rephrase that. To LeBull and Vastan, she's the size of like a really small, like a bear cub, like a little cub. The rest of you is like a human to a regular owlbear.
We could probably ride her, right? I mean, this is something we should talk about.
She's big enough. I would say, give me a nature check. No, actually,
Oh.
rewind. That's a straight intelligence check.
Could I also
It's
go to
not
those?
nature. Yeah, go ahead,
Oh,
make
why
an
do you have to
intelligence
go in straight intelligence?
Because that's not like, oh, is the nature structure of this owlbear rideable? That's like, I bet I could ride it.
Animal handling? Survival?
23.
She probably wouldn't let you.
Would she let like Vastan if he was small enough?
Maybe, but he's not small enough.
I bet she'd let me.
I could make him small enough.
He's not small enough.
I have reduced.
so once
Probably gonna try that soon.
kind of feel where everyone's at, I am going.
I would say you probably imagine it's a little too small to ride.
right.
Soft
gonna-
skull still.
I'm gonna change the tempo up a little bit, and start just beatboxing a song about 6 random people taking down sky pirates, and I'm gonna over exaggerate it at times, and make it sound just like adrenaline pumping, confidence building, and then at the tail end of it, I am going to turn the story into how the airship fell by this big mystical magical dragon that lingers in these woods. And I just want to read everybody again. Just trying to incite a little chaos, because that's what I do.
May I
I would like. Yes, you may. I would like. For this,
Oh gosh.
Neil, I would
Sorry,
like you to
I'm
make
sorry.
a. I would like you to make a persuasion roll.
Ooh, persuasion.
I could tell them how they came down if they were.
I want everyone. Give me an insight check on his persuasion roll.
Neo,
Trixie,
you have
you get
guidance.
You have advantage,
Thank you.
Trixie, on that insight because you actually know how that ship came down.
Man, I roll low too, and that's a 21. With the guidance.
What is it? Insight.
Yeah.
21.
Ooh, I think I got you.
Ooh.
I matched
Oh.
you.
Ooh.
Damn
You
it.
think his story's kind of bullshit?
I got a 20 though, so I'm. This is
What's the
total
thing?
Insight.
Insight.
Glenn, you believe your brother that there is some mystical dragon in this forest that you guys are heading towards.
You got to do something about that.
I got a 7. Bull
Oh,
got
the
a
bull.
7.
You're like, we're going towards a fucking dragon?
What?
William is very
William.
confused because he got a 9, so he believes him, but he doesn't remember ever hearing about a dragon. So he's like,
roll me a street check.
history.
I'd like to
Really
think that Stone was halfway through having a drink and giving a bit to the owlbear, and when he hears that, his spit takes it.
You're making our owlbear a drunkard.
She's not so interested
I
in
don't
it.
have one. I don't have one to water.
12.
12? I don't know, man. You've never heard of anything. Never heard of any, like, you don't know.
Yeah.
But you believe him. It sounds super believable.
Yeah.
Trixie, what was yours?
I got a 10 and a 14. So those aren't great, but
So you don't
but
believe
I'm-
Trixie. You don't listen. You don't
I was
believe how
there.
the ship came down. But you
No.
start questioning your memory.
No. Can I just say that I'm like, can I say that I believe that there's a dragon, but I also know that I'm the one that brought it down, but I still believe
Yeah,
that
no,
there's
you
a
don't.
dragon.
You don't.
But like,
you don't
I don't
believe
think that,
that-
I don't believe that the
yeah,
dragon was the one that brought it
100%.
down. But now I believe
No.
that there is a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
but
oh,
you
yeah,
do
there's
definitely
totally a dragon.
believe there's a dragon in this woods.
So, but I'm gonna start like giggling hysterically and go, oh, he did like, okay, oh, there's a dragon, and oh, okay, but, and so like I want to correct him because like I know how the ships came down. I'm like,
Mhm.
that's crazy that there's a dragon, but I made the ships crash into each other. And then I jumped off.
And I would like
And
to,
they crashed
like,
into each other and then they exploded.
if it possible, when she says this, I'll like do like a little crescendo and a flip with my 3 tails and kind of get in a position where I can just look at Trixie and give her a wink and be like, there's no dragon. And land.
Acrobatics.
I'm gonna start laughing. This is making me giggle. I was like, ah!
Oh, fuck.
I was-
Man, this dice is gone. I'm going to have Lexi Lexi needs to send me my dice gel back because that thing's gold. Acrobatics, that's a 10. It's probably not as graceful as I want, but
Not so good, but you don't fall flat on your face.
I got 3 tails.
Yeah, you're all right. It's just not very graceful.
It's a cat.
The next question will be about a song of hunger. As all this singing is making me hungry. And I want to know if my party is hungry. I'm trying to bring up the spirits after a fight right now and just...
I got you. You guys...
Look, I'm ready. I'm always down.
Okay.
Sorry.
The bull is very hungry. He loves food.
I'm
Is there
definitely
any-
hungry.
Do I see any animals?
You guys are in kind of an open field right now.
Yeah?
You can
Okay.
see, but you are at this time, you guys are getting towards the entail of this day of travel. During all of this singing and talking and stuff, and you do reach a, what looks to be a river. That passes through the valley. And there is a bridge. You gather there might be some fish in there, possible.
Oh, some seafood. Yes. Do you guys? There once was a bridge with 6 adventurers before it. Do they sleep before crossing, or do they wait until morning
And it is about
or after
dusk
Yeah,
at this
never
time.
mind. You know what I'm saying. Once
Yeah.
again, Andy, no, there's no reason I should be playing about it.
I love it. I love it.
Fuck that.
I'm gonna go running.
I loved it.
Where's the bridge from us?
You're probably a couple 100 feet away from the bridge. It's a fairly large bridge. I would say about 20 feet wide, 25 feet wide, maybe like 80 feet long to get over this little river.
Also,
Just
that
stop.
far away from the river, or is it?
Yes.
Okay,
Just
because I want to go over to the river and
Mhm.
use Mage Hand and try to catch some fish with Mage Hand.
Sure. Give me give me a dexterity check, but add your charisma modifier.
A charisma check.
That's true. Add your dex and your charisma. I don't know. I'm trying to make it.
Yeah.
Give me an acrobatics, but add your charisma modifier to it. I don't know. Try to give her a little more.
My acrobatics is already +8, babe. So you know.
So no, add your charisma modifier.
You marry the fish.
It comes up out of the water and kisses you.
38 fish children.
A were shark comes out of the river.
Yeah, it jumps
That was
up and
really
looks
high
at you,
quality.
and its fish lips. And with your ability to speak to tiny animals, it says, "Eat."
And it looks at you and
me."
goes, "How you doing?" Anyways,
That was really well timed.
I know. What was your roll? What was it?
18.
18. Yeah, you managed to grab a fish. This spectral glowing hand just comes up like with this pink glow to it, just holding like a fish is like about as big as you.
Dinner?
Can you do it again? Do it again.
Maybe. Let's see.
Can I guide her?
Oh, yeah, that was a 26.
Yeah.
What's the D4?
Yeah.
Plus
Literally,
a
like, literally, like, double. This thing is almost too big for your mage hand to carry. It's like the max weight of your mage hand. This is like a Goku fish in Dragon Ball Z. Like,
Ver.
I can't believe this is happening.
Oh my gosh, Strickland.
Look.
She's good with her mage hand.
Yeah,
We could use it.
obviously. Like, don't rub it in.
Why are you not?
Like,
good? Oh yeah, that's right.
what does
You're
that mean?
I'm not that good with my mage hand.
All right, I'm gonna
try to
cast.
catch
My
a
mage
fish
hand?
with my
I'm gonna
mage
cast
hand.
mate.
Hand is how
right.
I brought the ships down.
Yeah.
Just, you know. That's how I brought the ships to crash and
With your
explode.
mage hand?
Was just my mage hand.
With your
Yep.
mate.
Do I-
paw?
My mage hand. Yep, I stood at the end.
What's a mage
the
paw?
my mage. I don't have a paw.
I have a paw.
hands.
5 or 20,
You have-
same as
Oh, they're
downtown.
cute. But I was standing at the edge of the ship, and right before I jumped off, I turned around. I did mage hand, and I turned it so that everybody wouldn't be able to get me, and they would crash. And so then I jumped off, and then it exploded, and that was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. And I'm happy
Why did they want to
Uh,
get you?
because I was in a cell. In the bottom, they were torturing me, and so I got out though, and then I made my pretend parachute that I was using out of, I think I did it out of a potato sack or something, and then I got out, and then they were trying to grab me, and that's when I turned the wheel so that they would be sliding back away from me as I jumped off the other end, and
Wait, so
But
are
then
you
it
a good
crashed.
guy because and you were just wrongly locked up, or are you a bad person and you just murdered a lot of people that were trying to keep you away from hurting people like us?
I'm going to walk away like 10 feet from this conversation and kind of listen in and kind of not listen in because I want to sing this story, but I'm already happy with where the story is, so I don't know if I want to hear the whole story.
William is just like,
Keep
"What
role
the
playing. I'll be right
hell?"
back.
He's just like total blank stare.
Speaking of that, so
Well, look,
you
it's
two
not like we know
aren't
where he's from either.
you two aren't a thing then. And I'm looking at.
I'm a thing. I have pink hair. That's a thing.
No, I just assumed we met you at the same time. I thought it was
Broom
the same circumstance, I guess.
or something.
No,
You were on a
No?
broom. I thought I saw a broom.
That's intriguing.
I have a broom. It's right here.
I know I saw a broom. I just.
So you two
Yeah,
don't
it's
know
like
each
we
other?
on the
Just
ships.
met us at the same exact time?
Yes.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
All right.
So I will introduce William to Laboul and Trixie to Laboul, Vestin to Laboul, Vestin to Trixie, Vestin. I'll go all around.
And then I'm going to go
Very-
around and do the same thing.
Yeah.
The
Like a
same exact
row,
order.
like a row your boat kind of thing.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you're
yeah,
like
totally,
just-
totally.
One behind or two behind.
Yes.
I'm like shaking people's hands, and then I'm shaking other people's hands with mage hand.
I
I'm
would
like,
And
imagine
then I try to
that-
get the next person to do the same thing behind me, so that we get stuck in a roundabout.
I feel like the only person I need to ask is Trixie. Do you go along with it? Do you keep it going?
I want to eat.
Okay, fair enough.
So
Um,
I wanted someone to make me a fire.
I'm not getting involved in any of it.
I'm really good at making fires. I'll do that once our
I'll make
song is
the fire.
done, but this may take a while.
Okay.
I'll just be sat to the side.
At this point, the sun has started to set, and the stars have come out. It is a clear night sky. You can see the moons and the ring of Arcanus glowing quite brightly.
What's the temperature here?
It's I believe we're in like spring right now, so it's cool, but it's comfortable. If we weren't in spring before, we are now.
We're gonna need some wood for the fire, right?
Cool. Is there any
There's a
wood
few
around?
trees around. But you guys are kind of in like pretty much open fields and hills during this travel. You're getting close to Thornsboro, which is like the halfling community that lives in more rolling hills. So you're starting to get some of that topography.
All right.
All right. Well, then maybe no fire, right?
No, we get a fire. If I see a tree, I would like to try to take it
Um,
down.
just 1 minute, and I'll just make a tower,
Mhm.
and it'll have a fireplace.
You guys
Oh,
see
shit.
the
You do that all the time.
William and
I
just
was
erect
just about
I
to
mean,
large
blow
steel
up
tower.
trees.
I'll do it at 4th level, so we have an extra.
How tall is this?
Well, it was. Hold on, let me think. It'd be 3 stories,
So, in the middle of this field,
or 30 feet high, because it's 10 feet a story, I think.
just this tower just erects in the middle of these rolling fields in the open night sky.
Yeah, so I get a dining space, the comfy room, and I don't know, a bedroom.
Okay.
Bedroom, because
yeah,
I have the
it's-
fireplace.
It's basic needs. It's comfy. It's not lavish, but it's better
Can
than
we-
sleeping on the grass.
William,
Trixie, the bed is bouncy.
Will, can I call you Will or can I call you I am? You tell me.
I think Will I Am would be the best.
All right, Will
No,
I
no,
am.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Will I am. You said there was a fire, right?
Yeah, 3rd floor.
Trixie, do you know how to cook these fish? that you caught?
No, but I caught them.
So I have an older
So-
brother that knows how to do everything.
He can cook?
He can do
'Cause I-
everything.
Good. Can he do a cartwheel?
He can do everything.
Good. Okay. Here's the fish. I mean, it's over there because it's too big for me to lift, but
Yeah.
you can get it. Or
Oh,
someone can
sorry.
get it.
We got plenty of big people around here, and as I say that, I'll look around and see Strickland,
You see
Trixie,
You see
and
two
William.
big people.
Actually, you know
I'll
what?
just walk over. I'll just walk over and start gutting it.
You just start gunning it.
All right.
Not
You
leaving
cook
some
it
of
on
that
your
raw.
shell? What? Lebull, is it possible to cook on your shell? No.
On my
probably not.
shell,
Wouldn't
Yeah.
that burn
that
you?
would burn quite a bit.
That's true. That's true. I'm not thinking. I am just
His son.
trying to incite stories. I'm sorry.
I prefer my fish raw. If you could leave some raw for me.
So, Fastan, go ahead. What was it, Trixie?
Bear too.
Yeah,
some
I'm
fish.
cutting a portion for the owlbear.
Oh, the owl bears. She is tearing into this. She's happy little bear. Owl bear. So Vastan finishes gutting the fish. You guys cook it, have a lovely meal of cooked fish or raw fish, depending on your preference. Are we doing watches tonight, or are we going to rest in the safety of the tower?
I would like to do a watch.
Anybody else gonna do a watch?
Are the chairs in the tower?
Yeah, there should be.
Grab a chair and plonk it just outside the door, outside the tower.
Okay. So
Sit
Vassan
there.
taking first watch.
I really wish that Trixie had like super speed or something, because I always imagine her just running around insanely quickly and jumping on everything and touching everything and just giggling.
You are, but it's just
and,
like it's just like shuffling. It's like
It's like a ring
25,
of expeditious retreat.
25 feet.
it's 25 feet per 6 seconds, so it's not like slow. Anyways, you all head to rest for the night. Vastan, give me a perception check. The night you're outside the tower.
Yeah. So
Uh,
outside the tower's there, the door's there. I've got like a chair right next to it, just
wait,
outside.
William, how close to the bridge is your tower?
I probably gave it some room, like 50, 60 feet.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. So,
that is a 18 perception.
beginning of the night's pretty slow. Not much happens. You can see the stars are very clear. You can see both of the moons are very bright. Full. One's more of a crescent, and the other is a little fuller than the other. Sorry, just looking something up. The two moon. Give me a. This is mostly common knowledge. So, the two moons. They're called Isel and Reyna. Isel is in a crescent, and it has more of a bluish, light blue hue. And Reyna is a little more fuller, and it has more of an orange tint to it. Clear night. In the ring that persists at night, that Reyna at this time of year kind of sits in a little bit. So it's just this dim ring of light that just goes across the whole night sky. And mixed in with the stars and the light from the moon and the light from the ring, it's not very dark out. It's beautiful swirls of color in the sky. Couple hours into your watch, you do get a it looks like a farmer's cart going by on the road, heading over the bridge, and you get the strangest looks. Just like this old human farmer with like just the chin beard and like the straw hat, just like in a cart being pulled by like a mule, just looking up. Go
Where's the owl bear?
The owl bear, depending on what, it depends on you guys. Did you take the owl bear out with you, or I think the owl bear at this point would be somewhat content to sleep inside next to the fire?
I would let it inside.
Yeah. She's inside, curled up next to the fireplace.
Yeah.
But you see this old human farmer type is just eyeing up this tower, and he looks very confused, like he's traveled this this road before, and never in his life has he seen that. He very confusedly tips his hat and kind of pulls the reins up to like kick the donkey into high gear a little bit to get over that bridge a little faster. But the night goes smooth.
I'd like to do two things.
All right.
One, I'd try and get in contact with Balazar through the wing.
Okay. All right. What would you like to say to him?
It's just like a update of I've gotten out of the city.
Not coming through.
Nothing's
Or
going
I pulled my sorry, say that again. My headphone. I keep pulling out my headphones.
Just long lines like got out of the city. Such and such has happened. How is things coming your end?
In that message, a moment passes. No response. Another moment passes. No response. Nothing ever comes back.
I drop it in and
What?
I leave that then. Put my hand back
Okay.
down the ring. And well, actually there's another thing I want to do.
Okay.
A good while ago, when I was tasked by that goblin to get his box back,
Yes.
I stole another chest and it had a locked tome.
It did.
I'd attempt to unlock it.
Oh, like a
Yes, please,
book.
Check.
Hmm?
Yeah, like a book. You don't
Yeah.
know this stuff.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Totally something he should be doing by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
What was chat?
Really, really smart.
Dude,
Steve,
I-
yeah.
I
Give me
lost,
Steve
I lost intelligence, so I've only got an intelligence fight at the moment.
Here we go again, boys
Yep.
and girls.
PPK.
That's a natural 20 on the grog dice.
It's like, what was that book?
Yep.
I want to reward that, but you hear the lock click, and you go to flip open the latch. And no, you had it's not the chest. You have
It's the
you're
book.
trying to open the lock on the book.
Yep.
Yeah, okay,
Or
because
no,
okay, just double checking. You're trying to you go to pull the lock open after you hear it. And you just hear, right when you put your hand on it, you hear, it's locked again.
I'll put it away. And then I'll pull out my.
I really wanted to reward that, but
Then I pull out my painter's supply and start painting the Knight's Guard. And then after that's done, I'll go in, knock whoever's next for next watch, and
give me a performance check on the painting.
it does 13 plus 1 for 14.
I mean, you think it's good. You're pretty satisfied with it.
I'll literally walk in the door, put it to the sword, then go up and.
Okay, you put it to the side, and you wake up Neo. And you're frustrated because with your intelligence, you have no fucking clue why that didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
That should have unlocked. You unlocked it, and it's locked again. You have no idea why. And it's frustrating. But you got
I'm
to
hella
look
smart.
at it again. And there's all these circles and lines on it, and these just markings all over the leather-bound book with almost like, what's the word I'm looking for? Hold on. Embroidered in this orange silk thread, all the circles and lines. Anyways, you wake up Neo. Neo, you head down, stirred from your sleep, and you head down. Are you taking your watch inside or outside?
Muted.
I am going to go outside tonight.
With your passive perception, you walk downstairs and you go to walk out the door, and you see a very beautiful, not the most professional, but a very beautiful painting of the night sky. Still slightly wet.
Right? Does it appear to be painted by someone that is right-handed or left-handed? By the strokes of the brush.
What's your passive insight?
15.
It's hard to tell. Liston, what hand are you? Right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
I'll ask this. Neo, are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed. Left-handed people are just whack.
It seems to be painted by a right-handed person.
And it's wet.
Chat, I don't approve of that. Just so you know, left-handed people aren't whack.
I did sign it as well.
They're whack, and it's all fun. It's okay.
I'm just kidding. You do notice, especially with your passive perception.
There's a tiniest little just V in the corner.
Yeah. If you're left-handed, you need to go to the mainland and start pitching in this baseball that is happening because left-handers are they make lots of gold and platinum. So, sorry. Get back in it.
Anyways, you see a V in the corner of the painting.
All right.
V that, if you turn it on its side, looks like an L.
I'm going to put that in my...
make me a perception check for outside.
I'm going to put that in my memory bank.
Mental compartment.
Yep, and perception. That's a 24.
take this moment and there's fields in Russia. Oh, you and Strickland and your family are mown in the woods.
Yeah, you said there was a tree, like one tree when we were coming.
Yeah, there's a tree in the distance. What's up, Vastan?
I just like no. I'd totally be taking my 4 hours meditation next to the owl bear.
Yeah. Sounds good. Trixie, you wake up in the middle of the night, just kind of like rolling over, and you see like Vastan almost snuggling the owl bear.
I'm a little jealous.
You fall right back to sleep.
I'm curled up in a corner, like on a pile of blankets, like just like
a cat.
Yeah, like a cat.
It's peaceful.
Sleep like the top layer of my blanket that like covers most of my body.
Nice. It's peaceful out. Sky is clear. You can see all the stars. You can see both Isel and Reyna moons, and the thing of light that kind of just goes around Arcanus. Give me a religion check.
Oh boy, what dice do I trust for this? None.
You seems really good at those.
That's a 15 on the die plus. Religion is the lowest at +3, so 18.
Okay. You remember family member, a grandparent, or someone telling stories when you were children? When you were just cubs of the goddess of the moon. Of the moons. Oh, well, so, rewind. The goddess of the moon. Back in the time before the gates eternal were closed. And after those gates were shut, he was destroyed. And along with her, the moon shattered, creating this ring around the world. It was almost a morbid tale of way it was described was, the light at night originally was the corpse of this god. She was the moon.
Sounds like I need to pull out my book while I'm thinking about this and write a tale. And just I'll start creating a beat to
Sure. These lyrical inspirations too.
Yeah. I do.
I say with that role, the story continued a little bit more of these two elven twins, Isel and Reyna, who were so distraught the destruction of this moon goddess that they attempted to reform and revive her. But in the process, ascended. The details at this point get fuzzy in your memory. They became the new moons of Arcanus, Isel, and the two moons that is now in the debris of the ring are named after those two elves, Isel and Reyna. And it reminds you of home. It's morbid, but it's comforting as well. Remembering your family, all that you guys left back in Russia.
I remember my uncle Gergax. Yes, he was a bit of a prick, but he always told the best stories about this guy. I'm going to reach down and put one hand. I want to position myself close to a tree, the one tree.
Yep.
And I want to put the other hand like just on the ground, not my fingers in or anything, just like slightly caressing both of them.
I'm gonna touch his shoulder and guide if I could.
I'm going to.
Are you with him or are you sleeping?
Sorry, I'm jumping guns.
That's all right. That's all right. It's cool.
I'm just gonna.
Jeff is
I'm gonna close my eyes and think about the gifts that I have. Just embellish in how good of a performer I am for a minute, and then think of my lady. And I'm just gonna think. I fear I don't feel your presence here that much. I will keep stepping forward, looking for signs.
As you close your eyes and you say and you think this, not even uttering it out loud, you put your hand on the tree and on the ground. And as you close your eyes, you can feel this larger hand just for yours. As the wind grows warm around you, and you feel her. It's not audible. It's not anything direct. But you can feel that hand over your paw. And then as soon as you go to like open your eyes, the hand lifts up and the wind dies down.
Okay. If it's the end of my watch, I will walk in.
Yeah.
I will find Strickland, and before I wake him up, I will get my finger nice and wet, and I will shove it in his ear, wiggle it around, and tell him to wake up. Give him a nice old wet willy.
It wasn't me. She did it. Not again. Really?
Gotcha. I mean, I don't understand why you don't take the watch before me. But hey, it's all good.
I didn't want to take any watch. That was the point. You were supposed to wake someone else.
Oh, never mind. Go back to sleep. I'll go up to Laboul and be like, on his shell, like, hey, my brother needs his rest. Do you want to watch, or do you not want to watch?
His head slowly peeks out of his shell, and he gives you the dad look of like the kid who just like peeled open his eyelid of just. And he just slowly like retracts out of the shell and goes, "Yeah, I'll take the watch."
All right, I will go over to my brother and curl up and fall asleep.
Out of character, I feel really guilty now, and I feel like I should stay up with the ball.
You should feel guilty.
So I'm just like stretching and trying to wake up, and I just stand outside.
Okay.
I'll do a
Give me
couple laps around the tower.
your perception check.
Notice the
Andy,
Will I
you're
Am
muted.
Tower.
Yes, it is very beautiful. That is a 21.
Standing, kind of, you make your circles around the tower. Nothing seems to alert you. You're leaning back. In the distance, across the bridge, you can see a tuft of hair sticking up.
Tuft. So, like, what color is the hair?
Pink hair.
Pink hair. Okay.
Like a
Is
light,
that, I
light
just see a
pink.
tuft of hair.
kind of just poking up out from the other side of the bridge, like behind the wall of it.
All right. Is it moving? Does it look menacing at all, or is it just standing there?
Make an insight check. It's just standing there. You can see. You can see, like, as it peeks around, a pair of like somewhat glowing pink eyes.
All right. I got a 11.
You're not sure. In the distance, it's not coming closer. It's small.
All right.
Not as small as, some of your companions, but it's small.
Is it a dragon?
I am gonna go in and I'm gonna wake up Strickland to have him kind of assess with me, see if it's something dangerous or not.
Okay.
So I'll wake him up and show him the tuft.
Hey, yeah. What?
Give me a perception check, Strickland.
All right. I'm a little tired, but all right. One sec.
He starts rubbing like the crusties out of his eyes. This is the second time he's been woken up.
How long has it been? Because I only have to sleep 4 hours.
Theo's gonna roll on his back as Strickland gets up and just spread the legs out and just let
I think it's only been about 2 or maybe 3 hours in, Vastan.
Yeah.
18 here, so I got a good view of my brother's crotch.
You can see in the distance, Strickland, like this tuft of like just like it's like goes up to a point of like pinkish hair.
I knew it. It's a troll doll.
Like somewhat seem very, very, very similar looking to what like a troll doll hair would look like. And you can see these like, oh god, troll bridge. Anyways, pink eyes.
Pink eyes. All right.
Glowing just faintly in the distance. You can see it like blink.
What do we do? Do we wake everyone else up?
You think you should just keep an eye on it, and if it moves, sound the alarm?
Yeah, I can do that. Do you know what it is? Have you seen anything like this before?
Can I try and make an intelligence check? See if I remember anything?
Give me a...
Yeah.
Can I assist him?
Sure.
I love that even in a fantasy game, Jeff can't get sleep.
I'm gonna say
my intelligence.
A Arcana check.
My int is a 8, so take that into consideration with me trying to help him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give him an advantage on it.
I was hoping for worse.
Nah. LeBeau's smart enough. You're eyeing out, and you can still see this pink tuft and these pink eyes. And while you're looking, what was your roll?
18.
It's hard to pin. It's hard to pin down. You're looking, and from like literally behind your guys' heads, it looks like a shady character to me. And then you turn, and you just see this of like pink smoke, and there's nothing behind you.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, but I hear a lot of things. Most people don't.
I'm just looking at Strickland
and
very concerned.
I will say, you never lost sight of it when you heard that voice behind you. But as you
I think it
turn to look where that smoke is left, you turn around and it's not there. But while the voice was behind you, you had eyes on it. You had eyes on it.
Just gonna hope Leaf is keeping an eye on things for me, and I'm gonna continue to act very confident in front of LeBeau.
Fair enough. But unless you guys want to do anything else, the rest of the night seems to go fine. There's no more signs of anybody.
Okay. In the morning, when everything starts to get let out, I want to wake everyone up and be like, so there was a minor incident last night. I found some pink hair creature thing at the bridge. I woke Scanlan up to get his opinion on
Scanlan?
it, and as we were... Oh, not Scanlan. Sorry. Strickland.
He wishes he was Scanlan. Meat man cometh. Anyway, sorry.
Strickland. And as we were looking at it, there was a voice behind us that said, looks like a shady character to me. Then looked to see where the voice came, and the pink hair was gone.
I thought that was a dream.
No, that really happened, buddy.
Oh man,
Sounds like they have really good style.
I agree. It was kind of a cool.
I just pat Trixie on the head.
right? Like
And
they
I look up
for
at him,
nothing.
and then I'm gonna head outside because I'm gonna go see if there's any trees around, and I'm gonna go hunting for eggs and use my mage hand to try to gather eggs.
There was
One tree. There's one tree. Is there any nests in it?
Survival check.
Would I have any idea what sort of creature that was, just based on the description?
No. It's a very vague description.
Yeah. I don't know.
What was that?
15.
15. Find some robin's eggs.
That's
Those
like
are-
this to us, but that'd be like this to me.
Like- Yeah.
Do I find the mama too?
Oh, God.
Mama's not there, but while you're up there looking at the eggs, one of the eggs you see a beak
Oh, okay. I'm just
through
gonna.
one of them.
All right, so I'm gonna like, oh,
The little head turns to you and starts chirping.
I'm gonna see if there's any grub on the tree while I'm sitting up there. I'm gonna feed. I want to.
Seems to be
no
anything.
grubs.
Seems to be waiting for Mama.
Oh, okay. Can I look? I'm gonna go look for a grub so I can give it to it. And then.
Oh, I say with your survival roll, you find a worm down on the ground.
All right, and I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna put it. in, and then I'm gonna go back into the building and like I don't have any eggs.
It starts choking on it. Give me a nature. Give me a nature check. It doesn't seem to know what to do with it. Like it gets
Alright,
out.
so-
It doesn't like choke to
You
death.
choked the baby you were trying to help. Oh, God.
It's actually
What
a
was your
big
nature
purple
check?
worm.
That's punishment.
You said nature.
Yeah.
It is a dirty 20.
You know that birds eat worms and then regurgitate it to their children?
Oh,
A whole worm would be a bit much for a baby bird.
okay. I'm gonna pull it out, and then I'm just gonna set it next to the nest so that the mom can
Okay.
have it, and then I'm gonna
Fair
leave,
enough.
and I'm going to be.
Easy-
I'm gonna
easy
have
enough.
that little like, and then I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna go.
So you guys out, and you head out.
Before that,
Mhm.
I want to walk up to William, look down, Now see, you got your book next to you.
I always got my book.
I kind of get my backpack and slowly pull this locked term out and place it down.
It's this huge leather-bound tome with this giant locking mechanism on it. It's about the size of you.
Mm-hmm.
So bigger than
A little
like...
smaller, but
Okay. So literally,
it's a very large tome. Give me, I'll say with your, give me an Arcana check. I'm gonna ask for it. I'm gonna kick myself if I don't ask for it. Why have a wizard if not have him use his skills?
24.
Heavy transmutation symbols on the front of this.
Okay. I totally start going into like Star Trek technobabble, but like all wizard crap.
Yeah. There's other symbols you don't recognize, like what the symbols mean per se, like into like what book this is.
Right.
But a lot of markings and runes and just a lot of transmutation stuff.
Okay. In like less than 10 seconds, you see he has like 3 books out on the floor, and he's just like looking at it and then looking at the other books. He's like taking a note and then looking back at it. This is a book. What do you know about magic?
If anything, barely nothing. I just make a small prestidigitation or fucking like a little flame for torch or music note, something like that.
But not. You wouldn't understand anything I told you basically about this. Okay.
Do you make a music note?
Yeah. Just like a really bland, random note.
It's just a
fart.
I start casting
really
magic.
on tone fart, but you start.
I understand you're a baritone, but my brother and I could actually use one. Just saying.
William, what do you cast?
Detect magic.
Detect magic.
Just as a ritual.
There is some kind of ward on this lock.
See,
it is set. You don't know. You know the school, but you don't know what it does. So.
Yep. I'll use dispel magic on it. Just a 3rd level.
Sure. Yeah. You take your spell book and you start reading from it, and you wave your hand, and the lock opens up.
I just like throw the lock behind me.
Well, the lock's attached. It's like a
sure.
You know, like a little journal. Like it's like. So.
Okay.
No
so I don't
wonder.
do that.
No wonder I couldn't open it.
You tried to open it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like take a deep breath.
It unlocked, but then it locked itself again.
I opened the book.
What languages do you speak?
Oh, I speak Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
You do not understand the language that this book is written in.
I pull open my spell book and I start going to the back and I go A, B, 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 C, C, comprehend languages. And I cast it.
Instantly the words start forming into common in your mind as you're looking at. This is a tome. It seems to be ritual spells.
Okay. That's my shit.
None you've never heard of.
So all stuff I'm like, oh yeah, I know that one.
No.
Or
Like,
things I have never heard of.
Well, negative.
Old old things you have not heard of.
I just like
Some
take my vest off.
strong transmutation magic there, changing. Like, you'd have to really, really take some time to study it to really gather the extent. Seems to be a tome of like ancient transmutation.
I look up
like
at Vastan.
turning.
Yeah.
You get to one page, like you open it up, like you're kind of just flipping through it, and it's a lot of it's like, I don't know what that is. I don't understand this. I don't know what that
I'm
is.
going like meticulously through each page. Even if I don't get it, I'm just reading through all of it and then just going to
you're
the
like,
next one really
you're
slowly.
like, what does that mean? How would you do that? Like, where would you even get that?
And then just
and you
like
get to this one page, and there's a spell. You kind of gather some of it. So say,
this is my
you know
shit.
the spell like animate object.
Yeah.
Bring something to life. Or you've heard of a golem.
Sure.
There's some hypotheticals in here of turning a stone golem into a flesh golem. Giving flesh to non-flesh materials. Turning stone into flesh. Turning wood into flesh. Some pieces of necromantic stuff slipped in here.
Sure.
But you would need to take some heavy reading time to comprehend any of this in any practical manner.
All right, I'll
know that these are
it.
not simple spells that you could just
learn
put in
on
your
a whim.
spellbook.
Right.
Learn on a whim. Even the most mastered wizards this would be difficult. The things in this book would be difficult.
Okay. Wow. I am good at scribing and understanding spells, but that is I look up at Vasant. Do you want this back?
Now, clearly, it's nothing I can understand. How about this? Can you, obviously, I can tell, do you understand magic? Do you have ways of understanding magic items and identifying them?
You're saying that you all are saying this out loud, right?
Mm-hmm.
LeBull, you would hear that.
I
do.
Oh, you do.
Yes. I was actually going to ask everyone this morning if they were in need of anything. I can give you a little more defense. I can give you a little more offense.
You also have the ability to identify things, I believe.
Yes, I do.
Which is what I think Vastan's getting at.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard infuse, not... Okay, my bad. But yes, I do. I can identify. Would you like me to?
I'd pull out that wand that mage wizard had.
I'm like, oh yeah, and I pull out this Smoky Orb. I pull out a cane. I pull out some wand, and I'm like, yeah.
I pull this up on the wizards back there.
I sadly did not think I was going to need to look at
Artificers can ritually cast.
But
so
I
you should be able to. You should be able to ritually cast, identify, even if you don't have it prepared.
Okay. Well,
it just means it takes 11 minutes to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'll do.
So it'll take some time.
Okay.
So you bring out your all your tinker tools and your all your tools that you use to identify with. What were you saying, Neo?
I was just gonna say that I'll grab some of the leftover fish and try to heat it up while everybody is looking at
Fair
books and being boring.
Fair enough. The wand, you identify it. It is a wand of magic missiles. You can
What the F?
So, anyways, yes, it's a wand of magic missiles. It has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 or more of its charges to cast the magic missile spell from it. 1 charge, you cast the first level version of the spell. You can increase the spell slot by 1 level for each individual charge you expend. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, you roll a d20, and on a 1, the wand crumbles into ashes and is destroyed.
I just
So
tell
that's
you
what
to
that
be
is.
Very careful with this, and watch where you point it.
Sweet.
What's next on our list of identifying?
Well, I have 3 things.
Okay.
So I'll hand him the cane first.
The cane. You identify this. It is called a veteran's cane. It is a walking cane, and you can use a bonus action to speak the command word, and it transforms into an ordinary longsword. But once you do this, it ceases to be magical, and you cannot put it back in the cane. It is a one and done type deal.
I
Well,
just put it off to the side.
Okay.
I'll pull up the smoky. No, I'll pull out the wand next.
The wand. Yes, that is a wand of the war mage. It is basically a +1 wand, +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. In addition, you ignore half cover when making spell range attacks.
Okay.
Just a better wand.
And then, the Smoky Orb.
Yes, the orb is a orb of direction. While holding this orb, you can use an action to determine which way is north. This property functions only on the material plane.
Okay.
Were we identifying anything else?
I'm just checking my notes, and I've got written down that at some point I found an amulet, a purple candle, and a longsword. This is going back quite a while. I think I might have found it.
Has Vistan been hiding all of the magic? He's a fucking dickhead.
Back from like when we killed that fucking tyrant or something like that.
You found a longsword in the
That
dungeon.
was like 2 days ago, dude. It's a long.
That was like a week ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. We've been in the woods for a while. Never mind.
In the fields.
In fields. It's beautiful. No trees, just open fields. Is there anything
a little
out
river
in those fields?
Not really. You see in the distance some travelers. They look like commoners just traveling the road.
No birds, no bunnies,
heading towards
no squirrels, nothing.
Make a survival check. Sorry, so you wanted to identify a longsword?
That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
Or a 27.
There's a long sword, a purple candle, and an amulet that I got from somewhere.
You find some rabbits, like a nice den of rabbits.
Okay. I want to catch them all.
Okay. I'll say with a natural 20, you managed to catch like 4 rabbits.
Okay. I bring them back. Like 2 hanging in my mouth, 1 in each hand.
I
got
the
breakfast.
longsword.
Yes.
I'm a fox. What do you want from me? Turtles not eat rabbit meat. You know it's delicious, right?
I'll grab
Lobol.
it and throw it at
I've
Val.
never had rabbit. I can
Okay.
say I've never had rabbit.
You never?
Lobol.
Oh, Strickland knows
Vastan
how to cook
hands
the
you
best
this
rabbit.
longsword. Vastan hands you this longsword, and
Yep.
you instantly get this feeling of dread on you as you're identifying it. This is a longsword of vengeance. It's a +1. You get a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon, and it is also cursed. You get the presence of a vengeful spirit inside this sword. And you know that if anyone were to attune to this weapon, they would kill anyone who would try to take it.
Okay.
Oh, look! I got 4 rabbits. I will trade you these 4 rabbits for this extremely big sword.
I am going to say no. This is a very dangerous piece of weapon.
Oh, I was joking around. I can't even. Look at me. This sword is 2.5 times the size I am. How am I supposed to carry it?
For expedience, the amulet was not magical. It's just a valuable amulet.
Yeah.
Was there anything else that needed to be identified? Because if not, I think a 10-minute break would be good. Or 5-minute break.
Okay.
5.
Here. Let me.
Well, I was going to do it
purple
earlier, but I
handle,
got
right?
caught up.
Okay. Let's switch it back over.
Word.
There.
Bird.
Did Jeffrey fall asleep on the floor? Oh. It's all right. I got some great pictures.
He's coming back.
To you, bro. Yeah, a couple.
I'm totally
moments
just
there.
playing with the owl bear in the corner, singing to the owl bear. I think I'm gonna be singing. You are so beautiful to me.
It just looks
I
at
was
you.
like,
It just looks at you and goes.
and I'm gonna flare with it, like have it like
Just horrible
and then
owl
start rapping.
screech. Please go on, rap.
No, I need to have it written out.
You should totally sing it.
I don't have my phone. My phone's stupidly dead
it's fine, I
and
know.
lost.
I know Heather's
had all
old
my-
school with a paper character sheet.
Well, I mean, I always use my paper, but
I know.
if I had my phone, I'd be able to look up like song lyrics
Yeah.
and stuff.
I know.
Anyway,
So we're just
Got a
waiting
good
on
voice.
knowing Jeff.
It's
My name is
at
Jeff.
least 1,000 times better than mine. At least.
I mean, I think so. I've
And
not
I'm
rolled
over
enough
here
dice tonight.
singing like 80s pop songs. So,
and nothing wrong with that. I mean,
no,
like.
no. I gotta
drop
think
kick
of
I
Alright.
have songs written out for different spells, but it's in my phone. It's like in a memo on my phone, and my phone's dead and
I gotta-
lost. So
I gotta think of a good Rick Astley play on lyrics because that song was just brought up to our attention again this week, and I'm like, man, there's so much potential there.
I feel like that'd be a good. I don't know. Can bards do revivify?
Yeah, right. I
Never
don't know.
gonna
Can
give
they?
you up.
Never gonna
No.
tell you a
That's
lie.
secrets, probably.
Look at even Kieran knows. Kieran knows this. Is it an English thing?
Who doesn't know that song?
I
Beautiful
I
song.
think everyone on the internet knows it.
well now, but you know, I mean, whatever. All right, we're live. Fuck it. Sorry, Tim.
We're just waiting on. No, it's okay. We're just waiting on Noah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, sorry.
Do.
Was there anything else that needed to be identified? Before we go on, that candle was a candle of the deep. It cannot be extinguished underwater.
I wrote
Again,
down
that sword was.
+1 long sword of vengeance.
Yeah, which the ball kept hold of.
Cool if I add that tome to my inventory.
Already taken off. The only things I can think of is
I took a great sword off one of the pirates and 2 short swords from a coffin. Way back when the
Oh, you're right. Now the 2 short swords are 2 short swords.
Yeah.
But he can identify the great sword if you want to check that out.
spyglass.
since
magic?
we're doing it.
This will delay your travel today because it does take a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This great sword is. You can see sealable on the handle. There is this one part that it looks like these barbs retract into the handle. I don't have this in D&D Beyond, so I will make it at some point. Anyone's going to use it. It is a great sword of the hunter. You can use a bonus action to activate it, and these barbs will come out and pierce your hand, giving you a extra D4 of fire damage onto the greatsword. but it'll also take a d4 of piercing damage off of you.
Mm-hmm.
The equal damage. It's basically
Yeah.
like the Blood Hunter's right damage, but in a weapon. And it will ignite in flames when that is done. It still takes strength to use it. It's still a
Yeah.
great sword. But if that concludes the identifying of items, we can continue on with our day.
I can only play this one song so many times. Can we please get along with our journey?
Yes, okay.
For speed, guys, travel. If there's anything you guys want to accomplish or talk about in the next 3 days, feel free to do so.
I'm furiously reading that book.
All right, give me 3 Arcana checks.
I'll be scouting, keeping on.
And make sure you use comprehend languages every time you do it.
It's a ritual, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, fair enough.
But
What are you gonna say if it's done?
I'm gonna be keeping an eye out everywhere, not being a scout. But at the same time, I'm gonna basically be as friendly as I can to this owlbear.
Give me an animal handling check.
Sweet.
I got 19, 18, 16.
Can I cast guidance on him? As I see him, like, becoming, like, trying to put effort into this bear. This is the first time
yes, you can.
We've had Vistan around us, right? I think I can cast guidance. Hold on,
that's totally fine.
Yeah, I am totally approving of keeping our sneaky friend in our eyes right now. So I will try to do anything I can do, as deceptive as I am with my intentions.
William?
So get a D4.
D4.
You don't learn a lot.
That's a 4.
That's fine. I keep going at it.
With those rolls, you really don't glean a lot.
I reference my studying partner as often as I can.
Mhm.
But I assume he
With the
probably doesn't.
knowledge, he doesn't. This is beyond.
He's helpful, but
yeah, he guides, but this is beyond anything your father ever knew.
cool. I'm still just
What was your animal handling?
11 plus 7, then a plus 4 from the guardian, so 22.
22. Every day this little owlbear warms up to you in a very maternal way. Actually, I guess from her eyes it'd be maternal. Very, very close to you. Very doesn't stray far during travel. You guys travel for the next few days. It's pleasant. What's up, Lobo?
Lubu wants to talk to Eo, Strickland, and Bastan, all separately about weapons and armor and things. If they need better armor, better weapons, or special ammunition for any sort of weapons that take ammunition.
Ammunition.
I would talk to these two, and I would point to Strickland and Vistan. I am generally invasive in my form, and will like push the leaves or the weeds away with like a little bit of flair from my Eldritch Blast. I tend to channel my power this way, so I appreciate it.
So-
I am going to go to the front and lead the pack, and I will take 10
So
steps.
maybe
now.
armor might be for you.
For me?
Would you like some armor?
I don't know if you can make me any armor. Can I have armor?
It would
You're a
boost
warlock
the armor.
and a bard.
Yes, of course. If you want to make me armor,
so
I
I'm
mean,
gonna use one of my infused items to give your armor a +1.
See,
Your
the
armor
bull
class.
comes up to you and just enchants this like rune on the back of your arm, on the shoulder like of your armor, and it hardens a little bit more. Feel a little bit more effect, and now you have a +1 to your
Is-
AC.
there any way you can flare it green? Like a little green
Yes, I
hue.
can. I'll use one of my magical tinkerings, and it will just have a faint glow of green.
I'll say, for the sake of things, when you infuse something, you can totally choose the color of it. That's fine. It's magic.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Here. I know you are up front a lot. No, I'm not. What am I kidding? Look, there's a wolf! I'm gonna chase after it. I had a thought for a second, but
and then-
I wasn't gonna go with it, so.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'll go to Veston. I'll talk to him about you use. Oh, correct.
Indeed. And I tap my quiver, and there's only like, how many hours have I actually got left? I have 11 hours left, so not many hours left.
Your side.
So I'm going to. I said, all right, I've got just the thing for you, and I'm going to infuse it with the repeating shot, a simple martial weapon with an ammunition property.
Yep.
This
That'll become
will-
a +1 bow, and you do not require ammunition anymore.
Yeah.
As you pull your bowstring back, a green translucent like arrow appears in your bow, and you release it, and as it hits its target, you like pointed at a tree as you guys are going, it solidifies into like a real arrow, and then just kind of disperses in like green smoke as it like hits.
So that gives it +1 to hit, +1 to damage. No, not damage.
Yes, damage.
Yep, plus 1 to damage as well. So you basically have a +1 bow for right now, and you don't need ammo.
So 2 hits, 2 damage.
Yep. And if you were to use a crossbow, I mean, if he was to do it on a crossbow, it would ignore the load and prosperities, which doesn't matter to a bow.
Yep.
So, I don't know why I'm saying that.
I am also going to cast flame arrows on his quiver.
How long does that last?
Indefinitely until it is used, or until I.
Got you. The rest of his 11 arrows become flame arrows?
Sweet.
Okay.
Yep. So it's 1d6 fire damage to each arrow.
In addition to whatever it does.
Oh god.
Damn. Yep. That. Okay. Damn.
This,
All right. Cool.
It's weird being with an artificer that is generous. It just is usually the speaking for myself as well.
Ouch.
And I want to talk to.
Hear you. Can't hear you.
Strickland.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if there's anything you want to.
What's your main form of defense
Hey,
or
Ben.
attack?
Ben,
Yes,
just gonna jump in. How many infusions do you have you can use?
I have 3.
Okay, so that's 2 of them so far?
2.
Okay, just checking.
I mean, I'm mostly defense, support, and healing.
He has a shield. Is that a
Yeah.
+1 shield or a regular shield?
I think it's a regular shield, but it floats.
But you can make it float. Okay.
Yeah, let me
So it would be a
verify that,
magical item.
Yeah, it is a magical item already.
though. Yeah, it is a
All right,
magical
then I
item.
wouldn't be able to use.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, Yeah, I mean my standard. My weapons I don't really use.
Alrighty. Well, I'm just looking to help my friend.
No, I really appreciate it. I would say it would help me the most if you could boost yourself or someone else.
Alrighty, sounds good. Well, and then I'll
Can you
just
hear me on this?
Now I hear you.
that'll be all for my
Say something again.
wants.
Hello. You guys hear me?
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I was just wondering, cause I have psychic blades that I can do, if I attack with something. So if someone were to give me, fire on my arrows, would I also get my plus 3d6 psychic blades?
It doesn't specifically say melee attack, does it?
No, it just says my psychic blades. It just says,
Yeah, you would get it on top of it. Because you use a bardic inspiration for that. That's
Yeah.
separate.
That
Is it-
flame damage, what was it? D4?
It says
D6.
I deal.
D6.
It's just any weapon attack.
Yep. Yeah, it would work if you had something like that.
It's pretty sweet.
Okay. Any other infusions we're going on? Or we can continue on our way.
Oh, I take that back. It is not indefinitely. Sorry,
Ah.
I looked it up just a little more in depthly. It is a concentration up to an hour. That is
So-
my bad. I did
so
not look.
You don't.
enough into that.
I'm more will. You don't have to cast that. That's fine. You can take that back because you're gonna travel for a day or so, anyways.
Yeah.
We'll
No, it's
we'll say
Yeah.
guys travel for 3 days. Most of your watchers are good. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Yes, Vastan?
While traveling, I'd like to try and look out for any poisonous herbs or berries or something like that, which I could use to potentially make poison.
Rabbits.
I can give you
I will
poison with my
I
jar.
will say that yeah, he can do that. There isn't really anything in this right now as you're traveling. I will say, Vastan, you kind of reminded me. I do need you to make a Constitution saving.
Oh, yay.
1.
17 plus 1, or 19.
You start coughing. You don't take any damage or anything like that. But as you cough into like your arm, you can see smallest splatter of blood.
I'll wipe it away discreetly.
With your natural stealthy ability and how close that was, you don't have to roll for that. But you guys continue on until you start closer you get to this forest. This fog begins to billow in, and the sky just gets a little bit darker. As you reach the edge of the Fanrir forest, you can see these tall, curling trees that kind of interlock and twist and make this like canopy throughout the entire forest. You are at the edge of the forest right now. I guess my only question is, are we heading in? They're pretty early in the day, so you have a good amount of your travel on your last day. So.
Does it smell like fresh woods?
Again?
Does it
No,
smell like
no, it doesn't. It doesn't smell like a fresh woods. It smells musty and damp, almost like a swamp to a degree. And again, this fog kind of billows out from the forest out into the fields and just disperses after a while, but after a long while.
1 second.
Listen.
I'm gonna cast Vary's telepathic bond, so we can communicate
Okay.
telepathically for an hour
Solid.
as we just start headed in the
Something really
forest.
dense, or did you say it was going away? Sorry.
It's very dense. The fog is very dense, but it goes away in the fields, like as it exits the forest.
Are there trees?
Lots of trees. It's a whole forest.
All right.
Are there trees?
Yeah, duh. Never mind. I'm gonna cast Spider Clam on myself.
Okay.
I am gonna go above us and keep an eye.
Okay. So you're gonna travel up in the canopy?
Yep.
Sounds good. You
gonna
guys
put
are heading
Freddy-
into the woods.
Yeah, I just put Freddy on my broom and then I send the broom up with Neo. He's just watching.
Can Freddy control your broom?
I guess, right? He's a creature.
Yeah, but is he attuned to it? That's
not
a little
attunement.
hanky to me.
It's not attunement.
Attunement? I will say if you
Freddy.
are using your vision through it, sure.
Yeah.
Freddy, come
But
here.
as
Come
soon
here
as you
for a
break that
second,
connection,
Freddy, come here. Come here for a second.
he can't control that anymore.
Okay, actually, yeah. Freddy will jump on and just hang up there with Neo, and then I'll bring the broom back down.
Okay, the broom kind
Oh,
of just
come on,
as
Fred,
Freddy
you
jumps
were
off
supposed to bring the broom to me.
as
is no fun.
Fred jumps off, the broom just goes. Alright, you pick it up off the ground.
Yep.
And you guys head into the Fanrir Forest. The atmosphere.
I will take.
Can I
What?
try to ride the? I want to try to ride the owl bear.
Oh god.
into
Give
the
me an
forest.
animal handling check.
Okay.
And I'll say I'm taking point on the marching order.
Okay.
Hold on. Get a 19 plus 3, 22.
You get honor. She doesn't fight you too hard, but her movement is significantly slowed.
Oh.
She does not like this.
Okay, well I'll get off because I respect her wishes. I just
She kind of looks at you and
stuck
she
that we were
runs over.
friends.
As you try to as you dismount, she runs over to Vaston and circles around his feet and.
and then
I
I'm
just kind of put my
I'm gonna go over
hand
to
back
Level,
and pat it.
and I'm gonna kind of give you like puppy dog eyes, and then I'm gonna climb up your shell and sit on your back, unless you stop me.
Okay, go for it.
So,
You can ride on my
uh,
shell.
LeBull taking point. Give me a perception check. I give you advantage, but I feel like Trixie's ADHD would not help.
I'll say, can I have a perception check too? I'm up there looking around.
If you want to do separate ones,
Just
if you want to do
because
separate ones,
I
that's
have
fine.
ADHD does not mean that Trixie has ADHD.
100% Trixie has ADHD. Don't even.
You
I
know
mean-
Trixie has
Yeah, come on. I will allow separate checks.
12 for Laboul. I'm not rolling well tonight, no matter what die I use.
Mine was 18.
Those are the worst.
But I'm also after I perceive I also just want to I want to sing "You Got a Friend in Me" and give Labola bardic inspiration die for
Which
carrying me, and being
would have been
wonderful.
very helpful before he rolled.
Yeah, I know, but he can have it. He can have it for another thing, which might
Yeah,
be more useful.
for another half hour.
Yeah.
Right? Half hour?
What, bardic inspiration?
Yeah, there's a time limit on those.
I think it's like an hour. I don't know.
I think it's
Somewhere around there.
10.
Oh, it's 10 minutes.
It's only 10 minutes. So
Well, can,
I'm gonna be that dick D.
all right.
That
So I
dick
got
DM.
an 18 on my perception anyway.
After about an hour's travel into these woods,
I didn't perceive anything. Is that
I'm
what you said?
gonna tell you what
Oh,
you
okay, I'm
the
sorry.
perception is for the entire travel of this
Oh.
hour. The path is winding and twisting. The trees don't leave much space for safe travel. It's like a few narrow pathways. You every once in a while have to climb over like a down tree or under some vines and things like that. You see, Trixie, a small lizards, rats, underbrush, small animals. What was your full roll
18.
with your bonuses?
18.
18. You don't. The thing that's strange is, give me a nature check. You see it, but do you make any connection with it? That's my question.
How far away from my group am I up in these trees as I'm like jumping branch to branch?
Neo, you should give me a perception check as well, because you're kind of separate from the group.
That's a 20. Dirty 20. 9 plus 11. Yeah.
Wow.
Mine was
Okay.
dirty 22.
Okay. For your nature check. What you don't see. Anything larger than like a squirrel or a rat in these woods is absent. It's a little strange. You'd think in such a large wooded forest you'd see a doe, a deer, female deer, something.
Well played.
No, and there's nothing. Just you see the occasional rat, the occasional mouse, some lizards, all small.
Not even a ray, a drop of golden sun.
No, it's very dark. So Neo, it's hard. You're very small, and the branches really thin out as it gets to the top of the canopy, so you can't really see anything above the canopy.
So I'll go back
But
down.
following your friends, you can see your party in the distance. You see a building.
I do.
A nice looking, decent enough building.
Okay.
Like it's not huge, but you see it, and it's in the distance. You see a sign hanging from the building. You'd have to get closer to see what it says. And after a while, Trixie, I would say you would notice the building as well, being on top of Labola's shell.
I'm gonna climb off of the trees.
Can't hear you.
I am going to climb off of the trees.
Yep.
Down to my group. And be like, I see a building up ahead.
I'm gonna tap Labola's head and be like, I see a building up there.
And you all start to take notice of this. It seems so out of place within these wooded forests. A couple 100 feet, maybe like 300, 400 feet in the distance.
So it's far. Like a long way
Farish.
to run.
Normally,
Yeah, it's farish, but you can get there.
I
I heard that one.
Ready?
Yep, I heard that one.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to ready a to give a bardic inspiration to Labol when we get like within 50 feet of that building.
So you guys hear Trixie like muttering and singing to herself, like she's trying to come up with lyrics, like thinking about what she's going to say. Do you approach this building? Do you guys continue on?
I am going
There's
to
really
go
not
up,
a lot of path anywhere else.
I'm gonna go to Veston and pull out my pan flute, like just like towards the back of his right ear, and pluck an eyelash as I just hit one low note, and I'm like, normally I would not trust you, but your aloe bear is here now. I give you invisible. And go find out what this is about. And I'm gonna cast invisibility and drop my
Suddenly
spider
he's
climb.
the godfather.
I love it. All right,
Creepy. I'm going for creepy spirit fucking fox guy. All right. So
Veston. So you just turn invisible. Veston, you guys are used to Veston disappearing, but he's just gone.
Literally disappeared.
yes.
Invisibility.
So,
So notice I'm invisible now.
Owlbear runs over to LeBeau at that moment and kind of like picks her paws up to like paw at Trixie now that Veston's gone.
The bull is terrified right now.
Oh yeah,
I
the
did-
nails are scratching against your shell.
I pick the owl bear up while invisible.
Okay, you put him up top with me.
She rolled pretty well. She's like clambers up. Luckily, a turtle shell's pretty hard. She's scraping like the shell to get up, to clamber up, and like curls up on your shoulders. So it's like around like this in front of Trixie. Like this huge. It's pretty heavy even for you, Labol.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
what are we
take
doing?
out a blanket from my pack and just like
Okay.
curl it around both of us.
This is a lot of weight onto your shoulders.
knew a man with a shell who had his. Never mind.
So,
gonna save it.
Veston, what are we doing now that you're newly invisible?
I'm gonna be as stealthy as an invisible person can be.
Sure.
And
Make a stealth check with advantage.
I already have advantage.
Oh, well, then invisibility didn't do shit for you.
You're just invisible. So
I know, I'm just
Well,
doing shit.
we can make him hide in different places.
I'm just
Okay.
getting shit.
That's a 19 plus 13. So
You get right up to this building, and you see this sign hanging off of it. It says, Memento
No
Mori.
Say that one more time.
I
I don't know.
can say that actually. I'm sure I said that right.
that would have been a 32 stealth check.
Could I have thrown Freddy in Veston's pocket before you left?
I'm gonna say that he was invisible before
Okay.
anything happened.
Oh,
Pretty
that'd be
quick.
so fun. That'd be so funny if you did.
Yeah, it would
Well,
just
don't we have
because
that tell-
he just did it. Yeah, I mean you could talk to him. So
That's fine.
Stomp, what do you see?
sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
Something
Oh
else.
yeah, we're all mentally connected planarly, so all the talking
are.
we want.
this is weird.
Yeah,
So it says Memento Mori. From regions beyond. Memento Mori. MEMENTO space MORI.
Yeah, I'll relay that back to the group.
Yeah, relics from regions beyond. Underneath it.
Does it look like a store? When you look in the window?
Is there windows? I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, there's a couple windows. There's a door. It actually has like a saloon-style door. So it's just like the half door that swings. Yeah, there's some shelves. Most of it looks pretty empty. There's like a shelf of rocks and stones. There's like under a glass case, there's 2 bags. What's your passive perception?
17.
On a shelf really high up, you see 2 large books. But it doesn't seem like anybody's in there. But it's clean.
Don't know how this works, but it seems building's clear. I can't see anybody in the front, but don't mean anything. Anybody's in the back. It seems to be a store.
A store?
Your guys' homeland is weird.
That's mage armor.
Yeah, as I see the wizard do that, I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna go around back, and I'm just gonna watch out. I'll get the backside. You guys.
It kind of it's hard to get behind the building because it's like so. There's this path, opens up a little bit, and it like sits in on the tree line back there. So there's like behind it, there's a lot of trees. And
Okay, I
brush.
will drop the invisibility and cast Spider Climb on myself again, and just walk up over the house and back down the backside.
Do they still see me even though invisibility was dropped?
You are at the window. You don't know if there's anybody to see you.
No,
but invisibility is dropped.
You even know it's dropped though.
Oh yeah, well,
he would see his own hand. He would see. And I imagine you would feel it.
Feel it, yeah.
Yeah, but you feel invisibility drop.
I've stopped being stealthy and just kind of stand there for right from the group.
Okay. The rest of you arrive at the front of the building. Neo is on the kind of other side of it.
Yeah. Is there any windows or doors?
The only windows seem to be right at the front. Like these 2 large kind of like storefront windows.
Is there anything advertised in them? Does he have like a window? Is the window like made up?
No, it seems pretty blank.
Quick question: what does the owl bear do?
Owlbear is still on the bull's shoulders, I assume.
I mean,
I need to
unless
name it.
the owlbear tries to follow me and flaps. I don't it just like jumps down. No.
You jump off, and the owlbear, you were like holding her on, so it just kind of like sliding back down the shell, and like scrapes a little bit.
Nails on a chalkboard. down.
Yeah, and just kind of like sits on the ground.
I'll try and run and catch it.
I'll go. I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna give it a little peck on its beak.
It nips at you. It doesn't get you, but it nips at you.
I mean, it's just like this is what birds do. So
yeah,
it's fine.
Vistan, you were a little far away from it at that point. She didn't get hurt. She just kind of onto the forest ground. So you guys are standing in front of this seemingly shop within the woods.
Okay. Knowing that there is no windows or doors on the backside, I will just walk around the side of the building. And should we knock?
Let's do it.
Oh, my polite.
Just keep knocking until someone answers.
You knock. That moment passes.
Saloon doors?
Yeah, they're like saloon doors.
I'm I'm just gonna go underneath.
Okay, you
it.
just go underneath the door and you go
Yeah.
in. It's a pretty clean storefront. You see like the counter. Behind the counter, up top, you see these 2 tomes that are Neo. When you go in, you would see that they have like a chain around them. And you see like various bags just hanging from like hooks. You see like a case filled with stones of some sort. And like, so you can see like, it's not a lot in here, but you see like 3 signs. One says rocks. One says dust. And the other one says bags. Just at the various sections. What?
That say rocks, dust, and bags.
Yes. So there's over the case of like stones and rocks, you see a sign that says rocks. Over like some of the hanging bags, you see like half the bags just say like mystery bag. Mystery bags. That's what I meant to say. And then the other half says dusts.
And I'm gonna poke one. I'm gonna start like poking at him and
Shakes.
like. Does it shake on its own accord after I poke it?
You just poke it. As you poke it, you hear Bull. You hear a somewhat familiar voice. Alright, looking for my notes. You hear a voice say, Kingmakers. And you turn around and there is this. You turn around and there is this person, legs crossed, tail hanging down. Vastan, do you go? Not Vastan. Neo, did you go in the door? Just right in. Good.
I stayed outside. I was knocking on the door.
Okay.
When
All right. Well, you hear from inside. You hear Kingmakers, tyrant killers, and you see this like floating with his legs crossed. The ones of you who are in there, arms crossed, just floating in the air. It's like 4 foot tall. He's got hooved feet and wild, windswept pink hair with these like little horns that come up and like buck teeth. Hold on a minute. He's just floating there, kind of smiling at you, just sitting there. Here, I'm gonna screen share
Do I know what type of creature this is?
at all of you.
Anybody else come in? Or so everybody but Neo came in with me?
I'm not. I think so.
Or am I the only?
I thought you were the only one in there. I just.
I
went
thought I
in
was the only
now,
one in
but-
there too, but
Well, you and whoever followed. Picture of what he looks like.
Oh.
This
Ooh,
tail
okay.
swinging down. He just floats like up next to you, and he just looks. Welcome to my inventory. And in a flash, he just, like in a puff of smoke, and then he's just sitting on the counter, like swinging his legs, just smiling and looking at you all.
Hello. Hi.
He turns.
What is this
He turns
place?
to you, William. Say what?
That's very good.
Okay. He turns to you, William, and he says, Moon Boons and boons, darkness approaches with weapons and coaches. In another moment, he poofs like right behind you.
I like back up, or not back up because I back into him, but I like move out of the way.
Things that help. I help you all, kingmakers. And when he says kingmakers, Faston, he looks right at you.
I'll just poke face there and back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Are you here to shop? Thanks for help. I have many things.
Tell me, I will walk through the door after adjusting my clothes and my fedora appropriately.
Yeah.
What do you have? What can you offer?
Oh, I have many things that help. I have many rocks. I have bags of things. And these are my dusts. And I'll say, Neo, with your passive perception, you see in the corner, sitting on a table, a chess set. But the figures look strange.
Intriguing.
As you approach it, you see the two sides. These things are carved out of... One side's carved out of like a black wood of sorts, like a dark oak. I'm not good with wood, but you know, like a dark wood. And the other is more like a birch white. And once on the white wood side, chess pieces, you see all the pawns are two-tailed foxes with large shields. You see the rooks are these elven archers atop a tower. The bishops look very familiar. You see a three-tailed fox. Oh, sorry, I lost my place. The knights to be carved out of sorts. The queen is a small, gnomish looking girl with wild, long hair.
She the queen.
And the king is a small, draconic-looking being on a large stack of books. The other side, pawns look like gnarled plants. Rooks, a gnome atop of a large golem. The bishop, humanoid creatures, but the detail's so fine you can see the fangs within their mouths. It's a knight in armor, but with a skull for a head. Queen, it's very much like the Steward Octavius. And the king, small boy sitting on a throne. Many things I have, many things. Much. And he kind of like looks off into the distance, and then just in another puff of smoke, he just appears somewhere else. And he's just reciting these like limericks, these rhymes, and he goes, "A hag sat alone on her seat of bones and munched and mumbled a bare old crone. For many a year she had nodded near, for meat was hard to come by."
You have interesting delivery. I have a question for you.
Yes,
you-
many questions, so many questions, all the questions.
Are you interested
This
in
So little
everybody?
answers.
becoming a world famous performer? Because I am starting a boy band. Well, a band with my brother, and I believe that you have the tricks to help our performance. But it's just a question. I mean,
wanna
I can
communicate
jump around
telepathically.
too, and I will cast Misty Step and poof 30 feet away, like halfway through this, so I can try to mimic what he's doing.
And from like behind you, you just hear,
Can I communicate telepathically? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to be like, this guy is he's crazier than us, or than me, I should say, and I think we should go. I don't have a good feeling. I think he's gonna trap us here, and I'm gonna be going towards the owl bear like protectively, and um I'm just gonna be like, I think I'm gonna go. You guys should go.
I think
We should go.
Let's get out of here. Come on.
"You need help with your music performances.
Oh,
You like to
we
rock?
don't-
I have rocks."
We don't need help. I'm just always looking for people that can add to. And I will cast thaumaturgy, and say like experience, but like as a very dissonant in the back of his mind, like whisper kind of thing. I'm just flaring shit to mimic him.
"So you come to shop, you buy, you look at my wares?"
We come because we lost someone that was near and dear to us.
"Oh, loss is bad, loss is good, loss is everywhere."
That is true. But there was a song out there about someone that lived in the woods that could help her bring us back.
"Many live in these woods. I do not. I know not of such creature.
Okay.
Is a village nearby, far away. Words are strange to me.
I feel bad for you.
If you buy, show you the way."
I'm gonna I'm gonna grab some of the rocks. I'm just like, do you have change for a gold?
"Oh, no. No gold here. You buy with other things."
I have a pearl. Okay, I don't need any rocks, thank you though.
"I don't think you have much of what I need. And he looks right at you, Trixie. Your memories are chaotic. Anyways,
I'm
I have many
No.
rocks
I
I
just
can.
wanna telepathically say to
And he
everybody,
picks-
and I'm going.
Picks up 2 rocks and he goes, "These I like to call, well, these rocky talkies." Like pretends like one's a phone, and he's like talking into it.
Do I believe him? Does he seem like he's telling
Dude,
the truth?
We can't hear you, Heather.
About the stones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do an insight check.
10.
Nope.
Doesn't say anything.
There you are.
I think people like twisting the.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, she's quiet.
Switch headphones. Just switch headphones. Go back to the other ones.
Well, right now I'm leading the owl bear out. And
Yep.
we're gonna go underneath the saloon door so that the saloon doors don't swing open. But I'm trying to lead him out. Or lead her out and get out of there. Because they know about my memories that I'm locked up and I'm not all the documents. And that's big for me. So.
Yeah. I'll say you do notice the only thing interesting to you. I mean, give me an Arcana check. You give me an Arcana check. Bull 2. This would be related to you guys. Give me some Arcana.
Well, all of us.
No, just those 2.
Hmm.
What was your insight, Neo?
It was 10.
He seems honest.
My Arcana check was a 23.
You see, okay, wow. You see, he's definitely holding what looks to be sending stones, which is you can cast message to the other person holding the stone. That's definitely what he's holding. A lot of magical looking things in here. He's not lying. There's stuff in here of interest.
What of those books up there?
Books. Ah, no. Those are not for sale, and if they were, I don't think you could afford them, little scaly friend.
Okay.
Can I pull my pan flute up and just play a couple notes? See
Sure.
what his reaction is.
He looks at you and he smiles and he seems friendly. There's not really a reaction. I don't know
Yeah.
if like any
Okay.
big reaction.
I'll say Lubul's walking around looking at things, or he's not really taking it in. He's deep in thought.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna go talk to my brother outside.
Oh, yeah. This is a pretty rock. This rock will make you strong. This is just tastes good.
He kind of sticks his finger in and like licks it.
Please. I want to help. I'll help you find the village.
And you can talk to your brother if you want.
I don't know about this, Strickland.
Well, what's there to know? I mean, you get both of us in trouble. I'm sure that's just another case of what's going on right now.
But what if he's stuck?
and we'll get out of it. Just like always. Maybe.
Alright. I will pay close attention to the rest of my group over the next couple of rounds.
He appears next to you, Neo, and he goes, "You're looking to help your friend. Is your friend gone? Dead?"
She's no longer with us, yes. He!
Oh, so sad,
He!
so sad.
She!
What's
He
that?
was a unique individual. You see, it was a guy who had heels on and would just let the battle go on and on and on and on and not do anything. He embellished in this. It was relentless. Nevertheless, he had style. It was glorious. And yes, of course, I do not wish, and I'll look right at him, anyone to go on that side of the land unless they deserve it.
Wish to bring him back?
I don't know if I wish to. I want to.
Want and wish and need and have. Strange words. Please, someone. You must need something I have to offer.
Why is it that you are so upfront about wanting to help us? Is there something that you are looking to get out of this?
A long time since anyone's passed my store.
I mean, you could do a better job at placement. It is a little bit out of the way. I will not lie.
I have many locations where my store is. This is just but one.
Well, I would recommend putting it in a little bit more populated area and possibly a stage and, you know, maybe some wine.
Well, if you don't want my help, then... He pauses and he looks at all of you.
I'm still in the shop, by the way.
I deadpan him and say,
Okay.
You say there's a price to be paid for this help. What would this price be?
Oh, nothing large. I accept nails and hair, and there are more pricey items. The more memory, maybe. A happy one, perhaps.
I'm just going to look around to the group.
Can't hear you, Heather.
I kind of like look up from my book and I'm like, in everyone's head, they're like, what the? What?
So
Your
be it.
head, you hear
I step forward.
memory. The higher you pay, the better the item.
Well, it's not. I don't have hair.
A scale, then, perhaps, or a horn. Maybe
Ow.
a tooth.
Did me and the owlbear successfully get outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
For start.
I'm gonna wait like in the tree line.
Okay. What were you doing?
Well,
Sorry, what were you doing? Voice change. My bad. I hit the wrong button. Anyways, you said you what were you doing, Vistam?
So if a price needs to be paid, so be it, and I step forward.
What are you looking? Are you awfully? 'Tis good. I will offer equal in exchange.
I want to telepathically say, "Don't do anything, guys." And then I'm gonna back away more into the woods more.
Okay. Lobo, you're just looking around still? Are you looking for
Yeah,
anything in particular? Or are
'cause
you looking at?
You said he's outside with everyone, right?
No, he's inside. Everyone who's talking to him has come in.
Oh, okay. I just kind of snap out of my my silence and ask him what his most expensive item is.
Oh, my most expensive. I have.
He glances up at the 2 books on his shelf.
I have 3 items I think you all could afford, maybe.
And he lays in front of you 2 stones in a bag.
Would you mind if I were to cast a spell?
He eyes you.
Not on you,
What
of course.
spells are you casting? Magic lizard.
That is not nice to say too, my friend. And I will cast prestidigitation and make it like a disco light in here.
Frogs are like turtles without shells.
We are doing business.
And he snaps his fingers, and you 2 are outside with Trixie. Strickland and Neo.
Well, hey!
You just all of a sudden a puff of smoke, Trixie. These 2 foxes just appear next to you.
I don't like getting challenged.
Heather, you're muted.
Strickland?
I'm gonna instantly do like I unmuted the other headset.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do as soon as they puff out, I'm gonna like do a little like swipe over to protect the owlbear, like.
All right.
Because they surprised me.
All right.
This one,
And he holds this rock. What spell were you casting? Sorry, I forgot.
I'm gonna do detect magic, but I'm gonna use my scribed wizard thing, so I don't add the 10 minutes to the ritual. So it's just a quick casting.
So every rock in that case, every bag hanging up is magical. You get conjuration, you get some enchantments, the books irradiate heavy, one fully divine energy, divine magic, and the other, the heavy necrotic, dark magic.
He starts like biting his lips and like
Every rock, every bag, everything he's claimed is magical is magical.
And what are the 3 most expensive? What do they radiate?
One radiates, I want to say it's a warding, maybe?
Like abjuration
I'll call
type? 'Cause it just radiates a school. I don't get like a
Yeah, no, I'm trying to.
I'm gonna walk back to that door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick it down, and I'm gonna cast Hold Person on this dude.
Oh shit.
Has no effect.
No.
Then I'm gonna flip 2 gold coin that my brother just gave me in the air and cast Gift of Gab, and say, "You don't remember us." And that's going to undo the last 6 seconds of my Hold Person.
Yeah. Read me that spell. Read me that spell.
That spell's awesome.
Jim Dark Magic is said to have invented this spell, originally calling it I Said What? Have you ever been talking to a local monarch or accidentally mentioned how their son looks like their favorite hog from when you were growing up on the family farm? Well, we've all been there, but rather than being beheaded for an honest slip up of the tongue, you can pretend it never happened by ensuring that no one knows what happened. When you cast this spell, you skillfully reshape the memory of the listeners in your immediate area. So each creature of your choice within 5 feet of you forgets everything you said for the last 6 seconds.
Understood. Okay.
No save.
There
Already
is
cast
no
that.
save. It's
That's
just
fine. That's cool. He waves his hand. Some of you would recognize this counterspell.
Counterspell is
And he
counterspell.
snaps his fingers back outside the tree,
Wait, I was counterspelling his
hanging
counterspell.
from your cloak.
I
What?
was counterspelling his counterspell.
At what level?
I still get a roll. 3rd.
Yeah, I know.
So
I don't like getting forcefully moved. That is
Alright.
it's just I'm justifying
I
my
said 3rd.
What did you say?
3rd
How
level.
many times do I have to tell you guys we need to leave?
Okay, sorry. Yes, you're gonna have to
I'm gonna
roll.
say that again.
Okay.
What
Do
level are
it.
you casting at?
I
It
do agree
doesn't matter.
with you.
It's you're gonna have to roll.
Yeah. Ooh, 10.
Nah.
No.
Alright.
This one does this one here, and he rubs a rock and he goes, this one will dispel magical effect. This one will fortify you. And he flicks it up and it starts floating around his head.
I puke. No, I'm just kidding.
In this one, this is probably my most precious, one of my most precious, items I have here. This dust. Can bring you back after unfortunate circumstance. Though, might not be the way you die.
Strickland, I'm
You're
having
back.
a hard time.
It's different.
I just want to blow this place up. Please talk me out of it.
Don't
I want to say to the
do
party and the telepath that I think I might have found a way to bring back Griffin.
You found a way, but what riddle
Might not.
is this guy talking?
And I just tell him exactly what you said.
I'll say with your intelligence level,
Yep.
is talking about reincarnation dust,
Okay.
which, yeah, you don't know the details of how that works.
All right.
It's not, yeah. I'll say that's what I'll give you.
So what
Okay.
is the price to be paid?
Oh,
Yes, what if that...
For these items, any of these items, any memory or happy time in your life?
our choice?
Not quite.
I'll take a step forwards.
I'm gonna walk back up to the door and I'm gonna pull out my pan flute and I'm gonna play that, like, you know, the Western thing, like whenever like a guy stepped in through a saloon door. Yeah, I'm gonna do that on my pan flute.
For what item is your memory up for bargain?
For dust.
He puts out his pink hand in to be a handshake.
I'll grab it.
As soon as you grab this, you all take a moment and blink. Else is gone. You're all standing in the forest. Vastan, clutching in your hand that bag of the reincarnation dust. And the only thing left sitting on a stump is that chess set.
I'll pick it up.
I guess where we'll end.
I wanted that Ioun stone.
Bravo. If I didn't
Should've spoke
get
up.
myself kicked out of that twice,
Well,
then,
I wasn't
sure. Good job, Tim. That was
Damn. Yeah, good.
fun.
I'm excited to see what
I was about to
fucking
start
memories
casting
taken.
non-detection, but I can't cast it more than 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I was to be like,
So I thought we were
Hold on.
about to get into a fight.
Yeah, no, Neo was about to bring you there.
Be grateful you didn't.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
But-
I was trying so hard to find an opening to tell Neo to stop.
I have no fear. My
cool.
my lady is behind me all the time.
You guys got a good item.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Single use?
I don't know
Multi-use?
if-
Do we not know?
How well worth it was for this time.
Yes, it's just ash.
If it was
was
Laboul,
magical.
Guns mine.
if it was Laboul doing that deal, I would have cast whole person on him. But Vistan has enough
Single
deep,
use.
deep dark horrors in his
Not only
brain
has one good memory.
that
Exactly. Like he has such few memories, good
Oh,
memories that it's
and-
not like.
The good news is
I have a couple good memories from the childhood, but not many after that.
if his good memory of us is wiped out, we finally have a justified reason to put him down. So
you guys.
Go
You don't know. Memory's a funny thing. You don't think about it, especially if it's gone.
Hold on a second, though. Would his memories with us be good?
I don't
Probably
know.
not.
Highly
I don't- yeah.
unlikely.
Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like if the owl bear wasn't there, Trixie probably would have been all about it. But
Yeah.
she was very protective of the owl bear and did not want anything to like. I just had a feeling. I just thought this person was just gonna start like straight up like I don't know like dusting us.
And
Thanos
back to your
style, like-
question that you asked earlier, Noah, you
Like
had
Chuck
no
style.
idea what that was. Like
Oh.
what type of creature? What like?
Oh, yeah.
It almost looked fawn-like, but not.
A little fawn
I
demon
have my own
thing.
ideas, but yeah.
Let me sign out the stream with awesome fucking session.
Oh, yeah.
And we got Wildmount on Tuesday, the Chaos Chronicles on Saturday, and Etc. on Sunday. So a booked week. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Check out our YouTube. It's all up there. All right.